What is going on, everybody? I am Neil Duffy. Welcome everybody. I am Neil Duffy. Welcome back to mifloridian. This is a rare moment for me. It is roughly 8:30 in the morning. It is freezing cold out. It is Halloween, and I say it's a rare moment for me because I typically don't get up this early unless, of course, I'm hunting or fishing. And today, if you can't see the rods, I'm going fishing. I figured I gotta do something. I should be in a tree somewhere, but I don't really have a ton of opportunities for deer hunting right now, and I don't really need a ton of meat right now because I just got an alligator. So I decided, let's go fishing, see if I can't find some redfish. So I'm gonna head out. It's like 46 degrees on October 31st, which is freaking cold for me. And we're gonna hit some canals and ditches and whatnot in the area and see if I can't get me my redfish for the day. So stick around, hang out, let's see what we can get into together. I originally wanted to do a crabbing video, but it's too cold for crabs right now, so we'll maybe do that next week. At any rate, do me a favor, if you don't mind, hit the subscribe, do a like, make a positive comment, all that good stuff, and we'll get into some trouble here. You know, at one point, when are you gonna change the sign? It's not lower, it's going up. What a cool place. Literally, go in, drop your cookie on the ground. Literally, go in, get yourself some bait, go next door, get yourself a sandwich, and then you get to go fishing. That's cool as hell. I guess I should probably shout them out. This is the Salty Hook. I've been coming here for years, but I've always seen that sandwich shop, and we always end up getting sandwiches before we come to the bait shop at like a gas station or something. Frankly, gas station food sucks. I don't know why Florida loves their gas station food, except for Wawa. Wawa is awesome. But if you're ever in Crystal River, definitely check them out. Now that's a solid little breakfast burrito. Red velvet cup, or not cupcake, cookie. I mean, $8. Heck yeah. Let's see how it is. Standard breakfast, but solid. Can't complain. All right, let's go fishing. All right, so something is messing with my bobber over there. I have a sneaking suspicion it's a crab. I'm gonna reel it in, see what's going on. It kind of bobbed under, but it didn't bob under, and it's been slowly moving to the left against the wind and current. So let's figure this out. But I have a sneaking suspicion it's the old blue crab. Oh, there it goes. No, it's a little fish. No, it was a crab for sure. Yeah. Crab or a pinfish, one or the other. Go ahead and reset that hook. There's no reason this won't work as bait, but we'll go ahead and set that hook again. And I showed you wrong the last time. That's how you're supposed to do it. But I don't know why I said it wrong. Anyway, let's throw this back out there. Should I throw it in the same spot, or should I throw it in a new spot? Let's go same spot. See what happens out there. And I'm gonna go ahead and close the bail. So these popping corks, they got little rattles in them. You give them a little pop pop, and it emulates the sound of a shrimp. That's why they call them popping corks. Alright, let's try this again. This time I don't want to cast it there. That'll do. Let a little line out. Something grabs it, great. So something my boys have been giving me crap about is I fish left-handed and I crank right-handed. And, you know, the pressure's real to switch. I cast right-handed, but I don't know, I feel like I fight better left-handed. I play hockey right-handed. I bat right-handed. So leave it in the comments. Are you traditional left-handed crank? Or are you like me, you're a weirdo and you switch foot, we used to call it in skateboarding. Left hand rod, right hand crank. Alright, something has it. It moved quite a bit, but I was literally mid-cast. It's probably nothing big, considering moving spots. But let's find out. I mean, it ain't dancing anymore. I don't want to move spots. I know the incoming tide's good here, but it's still a little low. See, it's dancing. Some of that's waves. I think a pinfish grabbed it, chewed its head off. Yeah, let's check it. Yeah, dinks. Just tearing the crap out of it. Unfortunately, that's gonna happen. So I think I'm gonna regroup, think about what I'm doing here, and maybe find a different spot. Alright, I was just driving and I saw a fish roll, so parked. Let's run across the street here. See if we can't get in on this fish. I'm gonna try and sneak in. I don't want to spook him, but I see him rolling right there. See if I can get to him. Oh, I had him. I just didn't have the freaking rod. All right, let's try one more. I'm seeing mud right here, kicked up. Get out of that grass. Yeah. I think That was it. I lost my chance. That one hit. Alright. This might turn into a snapper video. Oh, look at that big old needlefish. I mean, I'm still searching for reds, but we're at the Ozello Causeway and the tide is coming in again. Or is it going out here? I'm pretty sure it's coming in. I can't remember. Anyway, this rushing tide usually produces fish. So I'm gonna sit here for a second and see what my bobber does. Usually it's more in here than out there, but we'll see. And I don't know what this wind is doing. If it's screwing up the audio or not, I apologize. But we're gonna see what happens here. I might throw plastic down the side here and see what's going on. What I should do is just drop it right in that flow and let it move with the flow, because that current's ripping. There will be snapper in there. But sometimes we get trout will sit on the outskirts of this flow. See if anything's hungry. Problem is I run the risk of catfish here. Anyway, I'm gonna let the bobber do its thing, and I'm gonna start casting. Alright, probably a snapper. I can guarantee you it's a snapper. Oh yeah, actually, that might be a keeper snapper. That might be borderline keeper. I knew I'd catch a snapper in there somewhere. Alright, stop. He's little, borderline, but at least I got a fish. And I knew I would catch him in that current. Snapper here need to be 10 inches. Every time I get a new measure, my buddies end up somehow commandeering it. I'm in a very compromising position with this fish right now. He's about to spine me. Alright, don't bite me now. Make sure this is good. You know what? He is legal. Make sure that's nice and taut. He is a legal fish. I'm going to keep him. Alright. You see that tide switched on us, so now the bite's going to be on the other side. But maybe we can pick up a couple of stragglers. Somebody with a little more authority. kettles. The snapper. Oh, there we go. That's a good fish. That's a good fish. He'll keep. Still a couple left in there. Unfortunately, that old man behind me came by and just kind of took my spot over. Is what it is, kids. Public fishing. Let's go ahead and tape them just in case, but I know this one's bigger than the last one. At least an inch. Yeah, 11 inches. I gotta hurry up and get what I can get, because with that tide flipping, it's gonna be hard. They were back in here, they're gonna be on the other side now. So I'm gonna catch the stragglers while they're here. And hopefully make a meal for the family. That same. Oh, is this my first flounder? Hell yeah. Unfortunately, he's too small. But I've never caught a flounder before. In all the years. That's pretty cool. Unfortunately, probably a bit small. I'll have to check the regs. But I've never caught a flounder before. That's pretty sick. I didn't know they had such teeth either. Good Lord, they have teeth. He's flexing on me. I'd say he's about 12 inches. Probably not legal, but I am going to check the regs because I ain't never caught one before. Fish rules. Probably 14. I can almost guarantee it. Yeah. Oh, and it's close season. Good thing I checked. Thank you, fish rules. Alright, well, this guy's pretty cool. First flounder. Let's get him back in the water. And there he goes. I think me and this grackle are friends. He wants my shrimp. He doesn't quite trust me yet. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Here. Let's see if we can get him to get it. There. Oh, that shrimp is coming alive. He doesn't know if he can trust me yet, but he can. Come here, grackle. Here you go, bud. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. Go on. Take it. There you go, buddy. Let's go. He's a happy little grackle now. Alright. Back to fishing. Alright, let's give it one more go. There's fish here, but they're small. I think the bigger fish swapped to the other side of the culvert here because of the tide switch. Nah, it's all little. Unfortunately, I think I'm SOL unless I go to that other culvert down there. I'm back home. Didn't end up the way I wanted it to, unfortunately. You know, public fishing, my cutting board's dirty. Public fishing, you deal with the good, you deal with the bad, right? Didn't really agree with how that gentleman came in and literally slipped into my spot as I was taking a fish off the hook, but I choose not to put the footage in the video because, like, what am I going to accomplish? You know, there's no point in arguing. There's no point in yelling. I don't see the benefit in being a crappy person to another person over a couple of snapper, you know. Am I annoyed by it? Yeah. So are the chickens, so are the crows, apparently. I'm annoyed by it, but public fishing, you know, you got a big causeway and all this space to fish, and you pick the culvert that I am parked next to, and it is what it is, right? But I am lucky. I did get a couple of fish, so I'm gonna go ahead and get these cleaned up and scaled out, and then we'll cook them up. I've already gutted them out, so now because I'm gonna serve them whole, I'm just gonna go ahead and hit them with this scaler. It doesn't take much. I'm trying to be delicate, or I'm trying to be gentle, because smaller snapper tend to be a little more delicate, but you want to make sure you go all the way around the fish and get everything out, because when you cook a smaller fish whole, the idea is that you're trying to get more out of it, right? Hold that little fin back here. Trying to get more out of a smaller fish that wouldn't necessarily offer as much. So, save my wife the headache of scales in the kitchen. Although she's a champ, she doesn't really get too upset with me because I provide the delicious food. But that's it. I mean, do both sides. The only thing that I would tell you is you want to really pay attention to under the tail and by these fins right here. It's harder to get a hold on them. It's easier to do this before you gut them, but I didn't want to go inside, outside, inside, outside. Plus, again, I'm a small enough channel that YouTube wouldn't really care if I showed you guys the cleaning part, but I am trying to grow the channel. So I've got to take my chances where I can, and I got to fall in line, I guess, where I should. Because, you know, the algorithm. And speaking of the algorithm, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like and subscribe, that would help me greatly. Comments are always helpful as well. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side of this, and we'll get back to you. It's been a couple of days, but I got my snapper on ice, been draining the water. So I'm going to cook them whole, like I said. Real simple. They're gutted, cleaned, whatever. I'm just going to go ahead and make a couple of scores. And you can trim off any fins, whatever you want. Doesn't have to, but I'm going to make a couple of scores in the skin just so that the butter and seasoning and whatnot can get in there. Pretty proud of this knife right now because I sharpened the ever living heck out of it. This is my grandfather's knife, and my grandfather taught me how to cook before I went to culinary school. So it's meant a lot to me. And I was able to restore it with a new sharpener I got. And it's cutting like a dream right now. But anyway, cut a couple of scores in here so all the good flavors and yumminess go in there. Not that the fish aren't yummy. A little bit of Everglades on the inside and on the outside. Get them in each of those slits. There's plenty of salt in the Everglades, so I don't want to over salt them. A little bit of pepper. And some dill. I love dill. I love dill with fish. I love dill with pickles. I love dill. I love lamb. Go ahead and get that in there. Now, I'm going to cook these in a cast iron skillet, but we're going to finish them in the oven. It's not going to take long. And I've got the good stuff butter. Now, I believe it was Kelly Young was the first person I saw use this stuff, the Kerrygold. And I was like, butter's butter, until I said, screw it, why not? Let's try it. I hate every other butter. I can't. It's a little more expensive, but if you're just like frying up a grilled cheese or something, you don't need it. But if you're cooking, I can't tell you how much of a difference it is. Mashed potatoes, whatever, so much better, so much better. All right, let's go over here and we'll cook them up. I got my pan ripping. I don't want it to be too hot, but I want it to be hot enough to sear the fish. I'm gonna put just a little drizzle of olive oil in there. And then about a tablespoon of butter, roughly. Now the olive oil is gonna help that butter to have a higher smoke point. I don't want it to burn. So we'll get that moved around here and then we'll put the fish in. The idea is to sear the fish quickly without burning it and then throw it in the oven. And I got the oven set to 425 and we'll probably give it about 10-15 minutes in the oven. I'm usually not a big fan of this stuff because the age of convenience and consumerism has made things worse, not better. But since I have it on hand, I'm gonna use it. A little pre-sliced minced garlic. Just get that moving around in there so that butter and oil gets all flavored up. That was a little bit of a audible on my part. Go ahead and put our fish in the pan. Now I don't know if you can see it on camera, but see the inside of this belly is starting to look opaque. That's when you want to flip it. You don't want to cook these fish all the way through. That's what the oven's gonna do. Haha, that rhymed. There you go. Like an amateur, my SD card just died. Well, got full. But what I was saying is, normally, you know, in my restaurant days, we would stuff the cavity with fresh herbs and stuff like that. But kind of rolling on a budget, aka I didn't have them in the house, so I'm using what's on hand. I think that's most important, is what's on hand. People want to see more cooking videos of stuff like that, so this is just what I have, right? Give them a couple of minutes on each side just to sear up, then we're gonna finish it in the oven here. All right, once again, 425, maybe 10 minutes. I'll keep a good eye on it. You use something like a rubber handle, plastic handle, whatever, you put it in the oven, it's gonna melt. It's gonna cause a lot of smoke and damage, and potentially it could start a house fire. So just be safe. Make sure that you're using a cast iron skillet, or like I showed you with my Teflon there, a metal handle. Cool? All right, timer just went off. Let's see what we got. Everybody's looking pretty good. Let's pull it out. Now just keep in mind that cast iron can get pretty heavy, so throw it up here. Close that oven up. Ooh, that was close. I almost got myself. And it's looking good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it rest for about 5 minutes or so. So if you're new to the channel, many years back in my 20s, I lost a tooth at a concert in a mosh pit. So I take out what's called my flipper. It's essentially a prosthetic tooth. I take it out to eat because things get stuck underneath it. It's very uncomfortable. So if you're new to the channel, be warned, I'm about to take out my tooth, because I don't like to eat with it in. And please don't mind the mess. My wife will be mad that I'm filming in this, but like, we're in the middle of changing over decorations. My wife's on her way to the storage unit right now with the Halloween decorations, and she just brewed up a batch of soap, so all her soap stuff's out. It's just lunch for me, so I haven't like made any cool side dishes or anything, but there you go. You know, if you're adventurous, everything is edible. I am not adventurous. So I'm gonna go ahead and just grab some of this belly meat right here. Now, I've never had mangrove snapper skin, but fish skin's usually pretty darn good. Dude, I love cooking whole fish. Absolutely love it. Back up in Michigan, we used to do a lot of ice fishing, and we catch a lot of bluegill, brim down here. I'll tell you what, I cook those things whole. I love this. And it's nice. It's nice to not eat fried fish. I know that's wild, right? What? It's nice to not eat fried fish, but every once in a while I want fish and not fried, because everything fried tastes fried, right? It's just refreshing. This is really good, clean, tender. I need to eat more whole fish. I love it. Wish y'all could taste it. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't have taste-o-vision. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, gang. Appreciate you checking out the channel, watching the video. I'm sure I've said it in the beginning, but if I didn't, of course, do the like, the subscribe. You know, we're supposed to point in different corners and different things pop up. Just you know, small channel, trying to make a go of this, and I really appreciate the support. So if you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up, like the video, positive comment, and subscribe. Maybe share it with a friend who might also enjoy it. In the meantime, we'll try and do this again next week. Thanks so much for watching.